Well, thank you everyone who happens to be tuning in to this first podcast, which I'm entitling Good New World. So I had a lot of requests after last month's presentation where myself and my beautiful Clydestar partner, Andrea Wen, the speakers at the World Unification Congress, let's say Istanbul, hosted by the Core to Friendship Association and the Milano Supreme Foundation. We got a lot of positive feedback, so I want to thank everyone that was there in Istanbul for all the encouragement, and due to those encouragement to uh, continue our topic. In fact, the topic was on this, the Good New World, and specifically on the first pillar. There's 9 pillars to this Good New World. First one was new life, so that's what Andrea and I uh, discussed. And I mentioned that we couldn't go over the other 9 pillars because it would take many, many, many days. So instead, I decided that since it's going to take so long, maybe I'll just break these down into these weekly Sunday podcasts, beginning with this first one, which is a general overview of what this good new world is about. And you see from the background, it is inspired by God. I make no bones about it. Everything we do is related to our dedication to this, well, in my scientific terminology, the single omnipotent consciousness as created by myself, Dr. Liang Ying. I'll give you a little bit of background for those that don't know me. I'm born in Singapore, obviously Chinese ancestry. But when I was 6, my family emigrated to UK. So I was spent almost 3 decades in the United Kingdom, where I got my education, including my PhD in nuclear physics. Then in '93, I emigrated to work in the US, where since been. So that gives you a brief overview of myself, but over the weekly podcast, I'm sure I'll dive into a little bit more of my history, my background. And I have to thank my beautiful Clydestar partner again, Andrew Wen, who designed all these beautiful graphics. And as the saying goes, this is dedicated to humanity. Even though this is inspired by God, it is dedicated to humanity. And a little shout out to my wife as well. Before we went to Istanbul, the month and the week before, we were actually in Cannes, where she received her Best Visionary Film Award from the Cannes World Film Festival. So that movie is related also to these topics. It's called The Man Who Made God, and we will be going streaming that publicly in the coming weeks. So everything is tied into what we're doing here. So what is this good new world? So I'm just gonna go share my screen with you. So apologies if there's a few glitches. I see. So the first screen I'm going to show you is this one. So you should see 9 circles, what I term as the 9 pillars, the foundation of this good new world. By the way, I said I'm a nuclear physicist. I'm also an experimental physicist. So everything I postulate, theorize has to have some practicality that can be, related to either experimentation or invention or things that, I don't want to be boasting, but I'm also an inventor, patented inventor. So the things that I do, I like to do that, I actually have real case applications. So this is the same with this good new world that I'm postulating and these 9 pillars, that each of these 9 pillars are the foundation, a foundation upon which humanity can build practical things that will bring about this so-called good new world. So the 9 pillars are actually divided into 3 sections. So it's 3 by 3. So you could call it a triple holy trinity. It's related to our collective, which is a global organization, which I created along with my partner, Teresa Nackley, based in Brazil, and Maggie Law, also in the US, though she's very, very prominent within the Chinese Asian community as well. And my wife again, Andrew Wentz, also a prominent member of this global organization. And the model integrates the 3 pillars are art, business, and charity. So we call it the ABC. So within these three holy trinity, for example, the art, the three pillars of art is new life, new mathematics, new commandment. And the three pillars of business is new exploration, new collective, and new governance. And the three pillars for charity is new world, new science, and new religion. So, and then I'm going to share you another screen. We pick a new screen. So these 9 pillars form, again, if you see the triple, the 3 by 3, centered is God, or my scientific discovery, our terminology, again, is single omnipotent consciousness. So the bottom left, you see art, and then follow the other pillar, the other apex is business, and then the upper pillar is charity. So again, the A, B, C. And again, you see those 9 pillars, which I'm going to go into a little bit more. Well, we're not going into detail. I'm just going to give a bit more descriptive uh, to what these individual topics and why they're so important to humanity to develop into this good new world. So that will be the next, which is, so the art is the first Holy Trinity. So as you can see, the art, within the art trinity itself is the new life, new mathematics, and new commandment. So I'm just going to read off the screen. And like I said, for the following weekly episode, we'll cover each of these topics in more detail. So for example, next week's topic will be focused specifically on the new life. In fact, I will use the presentation that my Clistaff partner and wife, Andrea Wen, and I presented in Istanbul. That will be the first topic for next week, will be the new life. Then the following week will be new mathematics, and then new commandments, and then follow on so that we go through all the 9 pillars. And then on the 10th one, we'll come back to new life, because obviously each topic itself is very extensive. So I'm not going to be able to cover each of these topics, within, these individualized podcasts, which should last hopefully around half an hour or so. And then we'll just cycle over and over again each of these topics as long as needed until the message is fully delivered to the rest of humanity. So new life is, I define it as the creativity of souls. And from that, you discover logical rules. This leads on to new mathematics, which is the creativity of solutions, which defines natural rules. And then that leads on to new commandments, which are creativity of services, which codes moral rules. And then that cycles back again to new life again. So this is the pillar of art. Then for the second Holy Trinity, we have the business side of things. So here, the business, the first apex is new explorations, which I define as a currency of lands from which you build productive systems. And that leads on to new collective, which is a currency of labors, which selects just systems. And that leads on to the top apex, which is new governance, which is a currency of leaders, which funds research system. And that is for the second Holy Trinity, which is business. And then finally, but not least, is charity. And this, one of the starting apex, is new humanity, which is defined as chivalry of empowerment, which determines factual truths. And that leads on to new science, which is chivalry of education, which proves cosmic truth. And finally, new religion with the chivalry of enlightenment, which educates divine truth. Now, this just gives you a statement of each of these key pillars. So the following week, as I said, I'm going to go into specific detail, starting with new life for next week's episode. So hopefully you will tune in for each of these enlightening podcasts that I said I intend to host weekly each Sunday. So God bless you, and I hope to see you next week. Take care. Thank you very much. Much love and peace to you all. And those that know me well will know what this Tri-Star divine symbol will as well. I'm probably mention about this more in following weekly podcasts. So take good care of yourself, everyone, and God bless. Thank you.